One of the things that holds many people back from finally signing up or going through the application process to become a Cambly tutor is a fear of that first call or of talking to strangers. There's a term for it, that phobia. It's called glossophobia. That's where you're afraid to talk to people you don't really know or to speak in public. Remember that Cambly's primary directive is to provide a conversation platform to talk to other people. You don't really have to begin by being an English teacher as opposed to a tutor. English is your native language, so that's all that's really required of you in order to become a tutor, and that's all that's really required by most students. They want you to talk and correct their English. There's a small box where you can write the corrections for them to review later. You can also not be so afraid of it because you can choose the kind of students that you want to talk to. You can speak to people with similar interests to you. For example, I'm a mechanical engineer and I get a lot of calls from engineers, mechanical, civil, electrical, that want to kind of talk shop. So that makes it real easy. You can even choose what age groups and what you like as far as kids or adults, and what levels of English that you want to work with. I wouldn't advise starting with young children or beginners at the very beginning. Work your way into that. Of course, that first call is really daunting. What do you say? How do you react? Who will it be? Will they like me? Will I like them? Will I make a mistake? Maybe a bad mistake? How do I use this platform anyway? All the buttons to click on and the things that you can do, screen sharing, etc. Cambly provides amazing support, and you can also call experienced tutors. They give you some free time to call us and kind of feel out the way the platform works. You can also do a search on YouTube, and there's plenty of posted videos of classes that we've done, many different tutors from all over the world, and there you'll see how fun and easy it really is. Cambly also provides you with materials for teaching. Many students come and they want to do a specific Cambly class, which is really easy to follow. You can innovate a little bit, and it usually leads to a lot of different conversation as well. There is a tutor guide you should follow and know the rules clearly. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the process and then jump in. Most of the rules are pretty commonsensical. There's not a lot of complicated things that you have to follow, just not giving out your personal information, etc., for your own protection. So English proficiency is really all that you need. Let your personality take over from there. Most students just want conversation and to practice English because they lack that in their countries or where they live, and they have learned grammar, they've learned a lot of things, but they don't really have a chance to speak, and that's all you really are obligated to do. But just make sure you make a lot of notes. They like that. All the students do. It's really not that hard to do. You can easily get by that first few calls and get comfortable in what you're doing. I remember my first calls. It was a little scary going in, but in the end, after one or two calls, I kind of got into my groove, and from there I've been doing it for almost 3 years. When you do speak to students, you want to find out early in the conversation what the student expects from you, and you want to find out if those things are beyond your current capacity. If they are, don't be afraid to just say, maybe you should contact a different tutor or a more experienced tutor. It just depends on what your personal certifications, etc., are and experience. Cambly is kind of like making new friends every day, learning about different cultures and people, and getting paid for it. So it's not a bad deal. After you get your feet wet, after a few calls, it's really easy. You'll form bonds and friendships. You'll be as interested learning about them as they are about you. The education level of most of the students on Cambly is quite high, and the people are easy to talk to and understand, and they're also very understanding. Cambly support, as I said earlier, is really amazing. They're very quick to answer, very responsive, very understanding. We have a Facebook group of peers, Cambly tutors, that you can go on there, spend a week or a few days or one day, depending on your level of confidence going in, and you can easily ask a few questions of some of us, and we will respond to you in a positive way about how to approach that first call. So what's stopping you?